Good morning. It's Landon with Aqualux Auto Detailing. I guess you could say it's a little overdue for an About Me video. I was inspired by Chelsea at Attention to Details. And you'll have to forgive me if I'm randomly swatting. There's mosquitoes. They're like velociraptors around here. I don't know. So forgive me if I'm smacking myself. Nothing's wrong with me. So auto detailing, I have loved it my whole life. I guess you could say that. If you can't hear me really well, I'll try to speak up. There's traffic behind me on the main road. Just the nature of where I live at in Dallas, Texas. But getting back to it, let me rewind really quick. I want to first put out there that I'm a Christian, and none of my success, nothing I've accomplished in life would be possible without him, and just want to give God the glory on all my success. So to rewind a little bit, I've loved detailing since I've been about 12, and my dad always was hard on me in a good way, made sure I did the job correctly. There was no streaks in the glass whenever I was cleaning. And something I struggle with really quick, you have to forgive my ADHD, I have a struggle with public speaking, and I mumble a lot, so I'm gonna work on this. This is actually good for me. But anyways, as a kid, growing up, loved washing the cars, and just kind of was around it my whole life, and it was just kind of the Sunday chore. Never go to church with a dirty car was kind of my family and how I got raised in it. I owned my own lawn business for a long time. When I was started out when I was 12, did that till I was about 21, and then when I was 22, I enlisted in the Marine Corps. Met my beautiful wife Kayla the month before I enlisted in June of 2009. I went to boot camp in December of 2009. Absolutely love the Marine Corps. I was a 0313, a light armor reconnaissance crewman. That was my primary MOS. I miss it. I miss the Marine Corps. I love my Marines. Still try to stay in contact with a lot of them. Marine Corps taught me a lot of things. Discipline was one of them. Attention to details was another one. Just working hard, and a lot of working hard is just from my background. My dad kind of ran our house paramilitary. A lot of structure. I thrive on structure. So, Marine Corps for 6 years. I did one tour to Afghanistan. I'm grateful that I have all fingers and toes, and I'm functioning. I am a disabled veteran. I did not know I would be until I went to the VA, and they told me I'm practically a 65 or 70-year-old man. And I'm starting to feel it these days, but I just attack the day, take some ibuprofen, and move on my way. It's just part of life, and I tell myself and I tell others, if I can feel pain, at least I know I'm alive. But I really shouldn't be alive to this day. A few encounters in Afghanistan. I should have died, truth be told. But thankful to all of our military branches and the men and women serving in them, and thank y'all for continuing to do what y'all do. I'm forever grateful, and just proud to be an American and in the USA. So, auto detailing. I could not do it without my beautiful wife. She's a phenomenal mother of our 3 beautiful children. We have 2 girls and a boy, 5, 3 and a half, and our youngest turned 1. He's my son. Love being a dad, love being a husband, but a lot of my success I give to my mom and my dad, and then if it wasn't for my beautiful bride, I would not I wouldn't be the man I am or have as much success as I do. And probably about a year and a half ago, I stumbled across this old rambling man talking about super clean and a darn banged up trailer tire, and I kept doing a lot of research. Who I'm talking about is Scott Bly with Dallas Paint Correction, and I'll get to that in a second. But I was kind of researching ways to maybe make some residual income, and I kind of fell on detailing as being therapeutic for me. It's something I enjoy. I like the whole before and after, and then seeing somebody's expression on their face like, whoa, how did you do that? Is that possible? So it's very rewarding. Sorry, airport nearby. Got planes going around. So watched that video, and I was looking for, I guess I was hunting for something. Somebody who was authentic, who was genuine, who was transparent. I also have a full-time job in corporate America, which I'm very grateful for. But back to the detailing, I really wanted to find somebody who knew what they were talking about. And after I saw that one video, I was like, Scott Bly, he's a pretty smart guy. I think he's been doing this a while. And then I continued to watch his videos, and he's not just educated, but he would show you ways to do things faster and quicker and more effective and safer, and just 30 years of experience just like blowing my mind left and right when I was watching his videos. So I started really kind of getting into it, I guess, when I saw that I could do things faster and better and not have to spend forever. And so I would stay outside probably all day if I could, if my wife would let me, and I would be practicing everything I could on detailing, and I would just keep at it, we have 3 cars, and I would just keep at it. I would do my in-laws, I would do my parents, I would just keep repping it out. And my personality is I really don't want to try offering something unless I kind of nail it or have an idea of what I'm talking about. But I guess that's why I've been reluctant to make a video like this, because the social media is unforgiving these days. Whether you do right or do wrong, you're gonna have your haters, and that's okay. Love everybody out there, but I just kept watching Scott, and then things started moving forward, and I kept getting told, hey, you should maybe do detailing as a side gig. I'm like, nah, I'm not that good. I'm just doing something I think I enjoy because of the therapy from it. And back in April, I got a phone call. And anybody says that Marines don't cry are full of it. Marines do cry. We just hide a lot of our emotions a lot of the time. But my life, I've never got handed anything. I've always scraped, I've always worked hard, blood, sweat, and tears. My dad taught me that. Work hard, and you'll earn your keep. But like I was saying, I got a phone call. And I did not expect it, didn't see it coming, and it was Scott. He was asking me how I felt about detailing, and am I comfortable with certain stuff, and I said, yeah, I feel pretty comfortable with it. I'm talking to the guy that's like a legend in the detailing community, and he's calling me, and he said, hey, I want you to come do a car with me. I just want to put a number out there. The man has at least 23 million views on YouTube. If you do that for just, like, let's just say for the sake of argument, that's 23 million people. And I got a phone call. The meaning of him calling me was a blessing. I can't thank Scott enough to this day for reaching out. I don't know why. I'm never gonna question it. I just am grateful because to have an opportunity like that to detail with one of the best men that has ever been walked the earth to detail cars. I got a phone call from him, and he asked me if I wanted to go detail a car with him. It just very surreal, and it meant a lot. And I've been fortunate enough to get taught from the man himself, and I can't put into words just how awesome it feels to have somebody reach out like that and just reach down to pull you up to their level and give you a platform to stand on. And I'm grateful for it. He gave me a lot of confidence that day, and whenever we went to do the car we did. And I want to thank his mama, Mama Bly, for encouraging him to do his YouTube channel, because I know that would have never happened, and the phone call would have never happened if you would have never asked him to do YouTube. So, Mrs. Bly, thank you so much, man. And I want to thank a few other people. I want to thank Trent. I want to thank Brian at 2B Clean Auto Detailing. I want to thank Scott again. Thank you for everything, sir. I can never repay you for what you've taught me and the encouragement you've given me, sir. Sumit, Jose, Paul, Ian, Chelsea again at Attention to Details, Angie, Jason, Darren with Auto Fetish, Brian Spittler at Apex Detail. Just a few of the people that have added value to my life. You can't do stuff on your own. You can, but you're gonna fail. If you don't have wisdom and guidance from like a team around you, you're gonna, I don't know, you're just not gonna be as successful, in my opinion. And it always helps to have somebody extending wisdom and grace, and it just helps your learning curve. And I've only been in business, I have had my LLC probably for just right about 3 months now, and I would have never pulled the trigger on it if it wasn't for Scott and just inspiring me. He's the reason I pretty much got into this whole thing. Excuse me. And another person I needed to thank is Dathan. That man believed he saw unlimited potential in me in the Marine Corps, and if it wasn't for him, I know a lot of this would never happen to this day. But I guess that's a summary, I guess, the best way to put it. I'm sorry if it's not the best about me. I don't really have a lot to say. I just know I love detailing cars, and I have fun doing it, and I just love the country we live in, and I'm grateful for the opportunities, and it's just a blessing. And thank you all for the subscribers on YouTube. I need to start doing some other videos instead of just corny little goofy videos about car detailing. It's just me having fun. Never really thought I'd be doing this type of video, and I'm sorry it's so long. Probably like, Landon, shut up. So that's pretty much about me. Thank you again, and just blessed, and I'm grateful that I have this opportunity. And if y'all want to see any types of videos, let me know. I'm pretty easygoing, and I'll try to accommodate the best I can, along with working a job full-time, doing this on the side. My wife's schedule and having 3 kids, so I love all 3 of our little minions, and they're a blessing, but they keep us busy. So love y'all. Thank you for the support.